सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। यतः प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानाम् येन सर्वमिदम् ततम् स्वकर्मणा तमभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः। Yatah, from which Bhagavan, Bhutanam, this entire creation, all the Bhutarasi, all this Bhutarasi, Pravrittihi, which emerged, Yena, by which Bhagavan, by which God, Idam Sarvam Tatam, this entire universe is pervaded. Tam, unto that Parameswara, Swakarmana, whatever be the karma you have taken up according to your nature, Abhyarcha, by doing that very karma, you are doing puja. Manavaha siddhim vindati. That's how a human being can achieve the ultimate goal. That means here Paramatma is revealing a very simple technique. That is, by doing your own duty, which is natural to you, you can convert the duty into puja, and by that you can reach to the ultimate goal. Yataha bhutanam pravrittihi asti, yena idam sarvam tatam asti, tam ishwaram swakarmana abhyartya manavaha siddhim vindati. By which God the entire Bhutarasi, the entire creation is generated, entire creation is created, by whom the entire universe is pervaded. Unto that Ishvara, you can reach, you can attain that ultimate goal by doing your own duty, which is quite natural to you. So, Swabhavika karma, which is more towards your nature. Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam. So, Bhagavan is the very cause for this entire world. He is karanam for this entire world. Pravrittihi means no creation. He created this Srishti. He is the Srishti Karta. Bhutanam means chara and achara, the movables and non-movable creation. So Bhagavan is the Srishti Karta. He is the Karanam, Srishti Karanam. So he is not restricted to one particular individual Swarupa. He is all pervading. So he is the reason and he is the cause for this entire world. So before the Srishti took place, Bhagavan was there. Whatever be the Srishti you take, because Bhagavan is the very Srishti Karta, is the cause and this Jagat is the effect. So there is one simple rule, the cause pervades the effect. So the Karanam will pervade the Karyam. Just like the gold is pervading the ornament. So if you remember this rule, he is pervading in the tree, he is pervading in the earth, he is pervading in the flower, he is pervading in the human being, everywhere he is pervading. So the Pancha Bhautika, Akasham, Vayu, Agni, water and earth, everywhere he is there. Not only that, so he is also very much present in the Panchabhautika Sariram, Panchabhautika Prapancham. So this kind of Bhagavan, what will be the shape of this Bhagavan who is all pervading? There can't be a particular shape. Because he is all pervading, he can assume any shape and any form. So he is Aneka Rupa Ishvara. Aneka Rupa Ishvara means not different gods. One God who is pervading all the different rupas, different living beings and non-living beings. What is the shape Akasam is having? Akasam means space, not the sky. So what is the shape space can assume? Space cannot assume any shape. Space is all pervading. So in the same way, Bhagavan is also all pervading. So Bhagavan is Samashti Buddhi, so he is all pervading. If you take the Veshti Buddhi, that means your consciousness within the body. That consciousness is all pervading within the body. In the Samashti Buddhi, Bhagavan is all pervading in the entire universe. So if you take your eyes, it can see only your body, but it cannot see the Chaitanya. In the same way, your eyes cannot see the intellect. So the Chaitanya cannot be seen by yourself because that is your own Swarupam. So whatever be the Ishtadevata for you, so that Ishtadevata is all pervading, omniscient. He is the symbol for God. He is a representation for the entire God. Pujya Swamiji says this is all order. This order pervades the entire universe. So you need not restrict God to a particular shape and particular name. So this is the all-pervading God. And this cannot be restricted to a particular idol, a particular temple or particular religion. Now, it is everywhere. Yena sarvam idam tatam. That is what Paramatma is saying. In Sivamanasa Puja, the sadhaka says, hey Deva, whatever the work I am doing, that entire work is your aradhana. That means the work which has taken up by the natural instinct. That means if we say Rajoguna Pradhana, he takes up a work according to his guna. Tamoguna Pradhana person will take up the work which is Tamoguna Pradhana. Like that, Sattvaguna Pradhana person will take up Sattvaguna Pradhana work. But that work which he has taken with full interest, that becomes a puja because he is dedicating it unto God. Yena sarvam idam tatam. So this Jagat Karana, Bhagavan, is all pervading. He is in the entire universe. Tam abhyarcha. So you have to convert this work into puja. That's what Paramatma is giving. This is a great facility. Bhagavan is there in every nook and corner, in every iota of things, in every iota of this entire Jagat. That means he is very much there in the office, he is very much there in your boss, he is very much there in your friend, foe. So you cannot avoid him. So may you perform the puja unto him. So if you have to perform puja to such a God who is all pervading, you need not take flowers and you need not offer naivedyam and all that. What you have to do, you have to offer your own work. Swakarmana, whatever be the work you are doing, do it as a prayer. So if you are doing routine office work, every file is a kind of offering unto God. Every work you do is a prayer to God. So if you are a software engineer, every program you develop is a prayer to God. So like that, Swakarmana. Swakarmana means by doing your own work, you can convert your work unto God. You can convert your work as puja. Siddhim vindati manava. Siddhim vindati manava means this very work will refine you. This very work will transform you to a great extent. So if you do your work as Ishvara Arpana Bhavana, Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, so this is the attitude one must develop. You should not think why this work is allocated to me. Why me? That kind of mental attitude should not be there. So the lesson you learn in this particular sloka is, whatever the simple work, whatever be the work allotted to you by God, you take it as a God-given work and accept it and do it as a God's assignment to you. So Bhagavan gives karma phala for every work you do. So you become bhokta. So here you have to learn many lessons, because it is not that always you get a favorable result. It is not assured that you get a favorable result. So a real karma yogi revels in karma. So in karma phala he enjoys. In this, as a karma yogi, he is prepared to receive whatever be the karma phala. If it is not in favor, he will learn a lesson, how to withstand, how to understand that karma phala as Ishvara prasadam. Poison from a snake will kill the person. But the same poison, when it is converted into medicine, it will save a person. It will cure a person's disease. So that's how you have to understand, even if the karma phala is not in your favor, you can get umpteen lessons out of it. You can refine the work again. You can do it with more dedication and more commitment and more vigor next time. So siddhim vindati manavaha means the karma yogi learns from the karma phala, and these lessons will purify his mind. It will cleanse the mind. So the person who is having that chitta suddhi is referred here as manavaha, who is a person with vivekam and analytical mind. So a person who is agitated, who is very much perturbed by the karma phala, cannot achieve this kind of state. So in one word, if you have to say, a karma yogi revels in the karma. He need not wait till the karma phala. Karma phala comes a little later, not at the time of doing. So he enjoys the very work itself, because he knows that karma phala may be in his favor or may not be in his favor. So the karma yogi, he has that equality and equanimity in everything. So we will see sloka number 47. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanishtitat swabhavaniyatam karma kurvan apnoti kilbhisham. Swanishtitat, the work which is performed in a proper way, the work which is natural to him, which is ordained to him, if he performs with commitment, with enthusiasm, then paradharmat, that very karma, that very duty, vigunaha api swadharmaha sreyan, even if it is having some defects, even if it is menial when compared to the others' duties, so it is always sreshtam. Sreshtam means it is always superior to the other works. Swabhavaniyatam, it is befitting the very nature. It is befitting his own temperament. So swabhavaniyatam karma, the swadharma karma, the karma which is befitting his very nature. Kurvan. So by performing that kind of work, kilbisham na apnoti. He will not accrue any papam. Kilbisham means papam. Vigunaha swadharmaha swanushtitat paradharmat sreyan asti swabhava niyatam karma kurvan naraha kilbisham na apnoti. So whatever be the work performed rightly and perfectly, so even if he is gunarahitaha, even if he is not having any guna, any proper gunam, swadharma charanam means he is taking up whatever is ordained unto him, whatever is befitting his guna. So that karma, even though that karma is having some defects and some pitfalls when compared to the others' duties, but this is always better for him, and it will not give him any kind of papam. That's what Paramatma is saying. The greatest weakness for anyone is comparison. A person always compares. If he is doing in the Vaidika karma, he compares with a software man. If a software man is there and he is earning a fat salary, there are no issues financially and all that. But he compares with a businessman. A businessman, he is hiring so many people and he is getting more money when compared to my job. I am slogging. Like this, he is always, a person is always unhappy because of comparison. So, if you take up any vritti, like a Brahman vritti, then he compares with a Kshatriya vritti. So, he feels that is a better thing. A job which gives you salary at the month end is much better than a business. That's what a businessman thinks. So he keeps on changing. But ultimately he will not accrue any kind of skill anywhere. So this is the kind of fate. Swadharmaha sreyan. So whatever be the duty you take up, so that will be Shreyas. Shreyas means that is Sreshtam. So the efficiency depends on your continuity in the same job. If you continue the job for quite some time, you will get expertise in that. You know the ease in doing that work and you know the niceties in doing the work. So you will become an expert. You will become a specialist in that particular work. So that's what Paramatma is saying. Whatever be the swadharma, you do it even though if it is not good for others. Some people, they are very happy. They are living a good life. But they think that, taking up sannyasa is always better. They want to go to Rishikesh and they want to build a cottage there and live there by the very side of Ganges. They want to have that serenity. Swamiji says it is not so, because you go and ask the people who are staying there, they will say we want to come to city. So if anybody is over influenced by such thought, what our Swamiji says is first you go there and stay for 1 month and see whether you can accommodate or not. So after that you can take a decision. This is what Swamiji says. So you stick to whatever be the job you have. Paradharmat sreyan. So the other's duty, by comparison, this kind of feeling will come. So paradharmat sreyan, it is always better than the duty of others. Your duty is always much superior to others' duty. That you must think. Vigunaha api. Vigunaha api means even though you are not an expert in the work you are doing right now. Right now you are a novice. You have started the job afresh. You have to still get the expertise and efficiency. Simply because of that, you cannot decide and say that the other duty is better. So, swabhava niyatam karma kurvan, whatever be befitting your swabhava, you have taken up the job, you continue this, and you will definitely, become an expert in due course, and you become a successful person. So this is what Paramatma is saying. So kilbisham na apnoti. So by doing your work, your own work, whatever is ordained unto you, you will not accrue papam. So in some work, you have to do himsa. Like doctors, they have to do operation. They have to cut open the body and perform operation. That is not himsa. In the similar way, a person who executes, he has to, do that execution work. He will not accrue papam. That is his duty. Papamevashrayad asman atva natatayinaha. So, Paramatma said, by killing your enemy, you will not accrue papam. Because as a Kshatriya, that is your duty. Sadosham apiswadharmam. Even if you think that your duty as a Kshatriya appears to be dosha sahitam, it is having some defects like killing people and it is a kind of bloodshed, you may think. But that will not give you any kind of pop. Because you are safeguarding the country. You are waging war to establish dharma. So, this is what Paramatma wants to emphasize. 48th sloka. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena bhumena agnirivavrutāha. He Kaunteya, he Kunti Suta, he Kunti Putra. Sahajam karma, whatever is natural and befitting you. Sadosham api, even if it is having some defects, some pitfalls. Tat, and that very karma, nat tyajet, never and never leave it. He, why? Because Agnihi dhumena iva. So, Agni is pervaded by the smoke. Sarvarambaha, all the karmas, doshena avruta. They have some defect or other, if you analyze. Like we have seen Kshatriya Dharma is full of bloodshed and killing people. So it is a kind of himsa. So every work, if you analyze, there will be some defect or other. Doshena avrutaha. So it is having some kind of defect or other. He kaunteya sahajam karma sadosham api natyajet. Bhumena agnihi iva hi sarvarambaha doshena avrutaha santi. He Kunti Suta, this swabhavika karma, even though it is having defect, you should not leave it. Because it is covered by smoke. It is like a fire covered by smoke. So all karmas, they are having some defect or other. So same idea Paramatma is continuing in this sloka, and he is talking about the kind of difficulties when you carry a particular work. Sahajam karma natyajet. Never leave your swadharma. This is the thumb rule. Paramatma is giving it to you. Whatever be the dharma you have taken up as your swabhava vritti. Suppose you have taken up the Brahmin vritti as your swabhavika vritti. You should not compare with software people, or you should not compare with a businessman and then leave the job. So similarly, a job holder, he should not compare with a businessman. A businessman should not compare with a job holder. Sadosham api natyajet. Even if it is having doshas, even if it is having some defects and pitfalls, don't leave it. So, Paramatma is saying, whatever be the job you take up, it will have some defect or other. And you get, bored and you get vexed with such a job, and you feel like leaving it in no time. So, that's what people say. When you go to Tirupati Balaji Darshan, you have to go through the queues for hours together. And when you come to the sanctum sanctorium, you were having hardly any time, few seconds. Then you will be pushed. So, if you look at the very Brahmins who are present in that very sanctum sanctorium, you feel envy. You feel jealous of them. They are very much there for hours together. But then they feel like coming out because they are doing the routine job. For you, it's a rarity. So in the same way, whatever be the job you are taking up, you may feel bored and you may feel vexed. So you should not do that. That's what Paramatma is, cautioning. Sarvarambaha avrutaha. Because there is no work without any defect, without any pitfall. So this is what we should understand. How it is like, the fire covered by smoke. So when it is covered by smoke, the fire is not seen. So like that, every work is covered by some kind of defect or other. So 49th sloka will see. Asakta buddhis sarvatra jitatma vigata spruhaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyase nadhigachyati. Sarvatra. In the entire worldly things, asakta buddhihi, one who is not having ragam, one who is not having too much of affinity. Vigata spruhaha, one who is not having desires, desireless person. Jitatma, one who wins over the antakarana. So such a sadhaka, sanyasena by Sankhya Yoga, paramam naishkaryam siddhim adhigachyati. So he will attain the ultimate goal. So sarvatra asakta buddhihi jitatma vigata spruhaha naraha paramam naishkarya siddhim sanyasena adhigacchati. So, the person who is not having too much of ragam towards the worldly things, who is not having desires, a desireless person, who is having samogunam and damogunam, who wins over the indriyas and the mind by karma yogam and upasana yogam. So such a person, he will attain the naishkarmya siddhi. So he will definitely get the ultimate goal. So in this particular sloka, Paramatma is emphasizing what happens if you follow karma yoga. Paramatma says karma yoga can take a sadhaka to such an extent it will ultimately lead you to jnana. And thereby, after acquiring jnana through Guru, you will stay in that nishta and attain the ultimate goal. So here we have to understand one thing. Karma Yogam will give you the qualification for jnana prapti, jnana yogyata prapti. Karma Yoga will give you jnana yogyata, but it will not give you atma jnanam. It cannot give you moksham also directly, but paramparaya. So karma yogam will give you chitta suddhi, the purification of the mind. You will become sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. You will become perfectly fit for jnana yogam. So that is what Naishkarmya Siddhi means. You become Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna. And thereafter, naturally, by the grace of God, you will get a Guru and learn Jnanam, Atma Jnanam. This is what we have to add. Sarvatra Asakta Buddhihi. So here Paramatma is defining a Karma Yogi. Sarvatra Asakta Buddhihi means a Karma Yogi will not have any kind of attachment towards any worldly things, mundane things. Karma Yogi will slowly, turn inward. From outward journey, he will turn inwards. So, if you understand this, he will not find the external things are ananda hetu. They are not the triggers for happiness. The happiness is within himself. That's what he understands. So, it is not that acquiring things you get happiness. By mopping up a lot of money you get happiness. By having people around you you get happiness. It is not so. The happiness is within you. You should tap it and you should discover that happiness. So Paramatma is saying ajnata aham dukkha karanam. Jnata aham sukha karanam. Ajnata aham means you should know your own reality. That means you are the Ananda Swarupam. You should know that. If you do not know, you simply, loiter here and there. You just run around and, ultimately you will not get that Ananda, that lasting Ananda. Why it happened? Because of your ignorance about yourself, the mistaken identity you carry out, the mistaken identity you are carrying with. So I feel I am this body, I am this mind, and I am this buddhi. The body, mind, sense complex is me. That's what I think. So that is the cause, that is the very reason for my dukkham. So where is the problem? So the problem is, here you should understand, if you understand the problem is you and the solution is you. So this is what you have to understand. Chandogya Upanishad, Narada approaches Sanat Kumara and he says, I have acquired so much of knowledge, but I feel there is some kind of emptiness in me. And somebody said by acquiring Atma Vidya, you can be free and you can get the real happiness. Then Sanat Kumara questions him, what are the subjects you have studied? What are all you have exposed to? Then he says, I read all 4 Vedas. Then I read Itihasa, Purana, Vyakaranam, Ganita Shastram, Bhavishyavani, Bhugarbha Vidya, Tarka Shastram, Dharma Shastram, Niruktam. Then Siksha, Kalpa, Chandas, like that Bhuta Vidya, Nakshatra Vidya, Kshatra Vidya, Sarpa Vidya, Deva Vidya, Jana Vidya, like that he keeps on giving a great list, a long list. Then after hearing, Sanat Kumara says, so these are all anatma. You know only about anatma prapancham. Namam evaitat. You just know, whatever you know is just name and form. They are nothing to do with the reality. The name and form are merely midya. So your knowledge is midya knowledge. So it is of no use because you have to acquire the Atma Vidya. Shrutagum heva me bhagavad drusyebhya. So then Narada says, I heard from the Mahatmas, Tarati sokam Atma Viditi, Soham Bhagavas sochami, Tamma Bhagavad chokasya param tarayatu. So Narada, he prostrates to Sanat Kumara and he seeks Brahma Vidya, Atma Jnanam. He said that I understand, I heard from Mahatmas that by acquiring Atma Jnana, you can come out of the sorrow and you can feel happy and you can get Jivan Mukti. That's what I was told. So, hey Bhagavan, hey Sanat Kumara, please tell me the Atma Vidya. So, Narada could understand what is the problem and he analyzed it properly and approached a guru and got the knowledge. So, Asakta Buddhihi. Asakta Buddhihi means he doesn't have any attachment towards the worldly things. Vigata Spruhaha. Spruha means desire. So, he is free from all desires. So, the difference between the bandham and desire, the difference between attachment and the desire is if you have the attachment towards the thing which you possess, that is called a bandham. And if you have the desire for the thing you do not have, you do not possess, you want to acquire, that is called kamam. One is called bandham, other is called kamam. Bandham is attachment to the things you possess. Kamam is the desire you want to acquire a thing you do not possess. That is kamam. So he is not having kamam, he is not having ragam, he is not having bandham. So in our tradition, we have the Saguna Iswara Dhyanam. So this will also give you the Antakarana Siddhi. Apatala Nabastaranta Bhuvana Brahmanda Mavispurat Jyotispatika Lingamoli Vilasat Purnendu Vantamrutaihi. So that way, whatever the Parayanam you take up, in that there are certain portions called Dhyana Slokas. Atha Dhyanam, that's how it starts. So that Dhyanam, it is not simply a oral exercise. You have to understand and then revel on that. So it will really cleanse your mind. It will give you the mind control. It will give you the sensory control also. Jitatma. Jitatma means one who wins over the mind and the body. So here the Atma is not Sachidananda Paramatma. Atma is the body, mind, sense complex. Who wins over the body, mind, sense complex by Ashtanga Yogam or Dhyanam and Puja. So here he understands how to sit properly and for a long time and getting rid of the Ragam and Kamam, Vigata Spruhaha. Then the the freedom from desires. Jitatma. Jitatma means winning the body, mind, sense complex, not falling under the control of body, mind, sense complex. So, in all these descriptions, it is clearly said that he will become sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. He gets the qualification for acquiring the Atma Vidya, the knowledge, Atma Jnanam. He is fully qualified for Atma Jnanam. Sanyasena. Sanyasena means by renunciation. So in our tradition, this renunciation, tyagam and ashrama jivanam, that means sannyasa ashrama jivanam is very amicable for jnana yogam. For Vedanta Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, Sannyasa Ashramam is the most suitable ashramam. That is, now our Swamiji says, if you want to cut an apple, you have two choices. One, take a knife and cut it, or take a screwdriver and cut it. With a screwdriver also you can cut it, but very difficult. Sannyasa Ashramam is like cutting with a knife an apple. And Gruhasthashramam also, you can achieve that, but it is cutting with a screwdriver. But however, the discussion is between two Gruhasthas. Paramatma is a Gruhastha and Arjuna is a Gruhastha. They are not discouraging Gruhasthashrama. Gruhasthashrama is very important. Unless Gruhasthashrama is there, Sannyasa cannot survive. A sannyasi cannot survive. Naishkarmya siddhim agacchati. You will get moksham. Naishkarmya siddhi means moksham, atma jnanam. So, Naishkarmya siddhi is the dictionary meaning is the state of not doing any work. So, this is siddhi. Siddhi means not doing any kind of duty, to stay without any kind of work. So, this is called Naishkarmya siddhi. Otherwise, what happens? He should do some work or other. Otherwise, his mind will not keep quiet. So, it is a kind of workaholic. So, Naishkarmya siddhi means without any work. Jnana yogena Naishkarmya siddhim paramam adhigacchati. By Jnana yoga, your mind becomes so tranquil. You feel happy even without work. So, this is what we have. In this particular slokas from 41 to 49, the Karma Yogam once again revised, so that this is a prerequisite for Jnana. So Paramatma gave a kind of recap for Karma Yogam in slokas 41 to 49, and slokas 50 to 55 talks about Jnana Yoga slokas. Jnana Yogam consists of three-tier practice, that is Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasana. Shravanam means you have to approach a guru, a Atmanishta guru, who is a person, Srotriya, Brahmanishta guru. Srotriya means who is having Shruti as his pramanam. So you have to approach such a guru and get the knowledge for a consistently long period of time. And getting that knowledge means not reading the books. You have to listen to him. It is Shravanam means hearing, or exposed to the Shastra Shravanam for a consistently long period of time. Why Shravanam? Why not reading books? If you read books, you will understand the subject with your Ragam and Dvesham. Already you have some fixed notion. So that fixed notion will work heavily when you read a book. So you cannot come out of that fixation. So when you hear that Sravana Balam can make you come out of your fixed notion. Mananam. Mananam means getting rid of the doubts. So whatever be the doubts you have in the beginning, you have to ask your peer group, or you can directly ask your guru, and you have to resolve all the doubts, and you should be having doubtless knowledge. Once you have the doubtless knowledge, that means you understand everything. Now you don't have an iota of doubt. Nishchaya jnanam you acquired. At this stage, still some problem persists. That means viparita bhavanas. Viparita bhavanas means habitual formation. Over janmas, the sadhaka continued that he is the body, mind, sense complex. Now the Shastra says you are not body, mind, sense complex, you are beyond this. You are the Chaitanya Tattvam, you are Atma, you are Brahma. This is what Shastra says. But the habit he nourished through janmas is that he is body, mind, sense complex. This is called Viparita Bhavana. To get out of this Viparita Bhavanas, he should continue Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means Vedantic meditation. Whatever he understood in the class, he should relive in that very thought. 24/7, he should always apply to the mind that he is Atma, Aham Atma, Asmi. This is the feeling he should inculcate. This is initially by a kind of abhyasam, but over a period of time when he does this, it becomes a nishtha. It becomes a natural course of his thinking. So he will not get tainted by any kind of situation. He will not be tainted by any person. He will not be tainted by anything in this world. So he can always revel in that Atma and become Jivan Mukta. And after the fall of the body, he becomes Videha Mukta. So this is the kind of thing. For this, Paramatma is cautioning you should undergo all these things. So Swamiji gives a good example. If there is no sweet in the coffee, you put 1 or 2 spoons of sugar and start sipping. Still it is not sweet. Why it is not sweet? Because you are not properly rinsing it. You have to stir the glass with a spoon, and that sugar must mix with milk properly. So some people, they put sugar but they forget to stir it. So some people, they do Shravanam but they do not do Nididhyasanam. Some, without Nididhyasanam, the Shravanam is incomplete. So it is like that. Some people, they don't put sugar but they stir it. So like this, you have to undergo all 3 stages. Then only you will be successful in the journey of, in the spiritual journey. That is, you should do Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam perfectly and get the Jnanam without any doubt and revel in that Jnanam, stay in that Nishtha and get relieved by Ajnanam. When you shed Ajnanam, you get Jivan Mukti. That means happiness here and now. You are getting moksham here and now. That is what Shastra is promising. That means moksham here and now means you don't have any kind of mental obstacles, mental pain or any kind of pressure, any kind of mental agitation. You feel happy all through. The balance of the life is a kind of happy journey. So this is what we understand. We study this Jnana Yogam part in the coming classes. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudatyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om